give us a sense. We got Josh Byrnes and Jedd Gyorko in studio. What's it like to deal with the other one? I'll just ask you guys both the same question, and we'll take turns. Jedd, you could start. What's it like operating with the other side?
You should tell the phone call story.
Yeah. Actually, we were, we're going to USD to play, obviously, the Indians in, the spring training games. And, Josh is showing his daughter taking a golf swing, just kind of hanging out before the game. We got an hour before the game, just hanging out. And, my agent calls, and it just pops up on his phone. It's like, yeah, I should probably let you guys handle that later. And he's like, you know what? Maybe you should answer it. So we call him back. I'm acting like Josh. Seth is my agent's going on his spiel about what he thinks we should get and meeting up in the middle somewhere or whatever. So I just let him rant on you. He could talk for hours if you let him. He won't even let you say a word. So I let him rant for about 5-10 minutes, and then I was like, you know what, Seth, whatever you guys want, you got it. And there was just a awkward silence for a minute, just trying to figure out what's going on. And I eventually told him. And
so your agent thought you were Josh Byrnes.
Yep, on his phone and everything. Just kind of, I only said hello, and then it was like 5 minutes of him just going off on his rant that I'm sure he heard the same exact thing an hour later. But it was just a good joke. It was a very easy for me. That's kind of why we pay agents to let them do that, so I can just worry about playing. But everything went smoothly. Couldn't ask for anything more from our front office, Josh, all those guys that were involved. So they made it easy for me.
And Josh, and then the same from your side. I mean, I don't know how you can top that, but good luck.
That was good timing. So Jedd was happy to play along, and to give Seth Levinson credit, he got a good laugh out of it. But again, listen, Seth and I have done enough deals, and we've been around the business. Like, we're trying to win games. We're not trying to win contracts. No one's, however contracts turn out, and I've seen every which way, we've got to roll with it. We got our annual task is payroll and roster, winning games. For players, it's much more personal.
Mm-hmm.
It's a big chunk of Jedd's career, and he'll be young enough at the end of this contract. It won't be his last contract. And we'll see how it goes. And there's a lot that goes into it, but nobody has a crystal ball here. I think it's just trying to find a contract that's fair, and realizing that it's going to turn out how it's going to turn out. And the one thing I think Jedd said it a few times, we're very aligned on wanting what's best for this organization, winning games, and just moving forward.
Yeah, if I could then, and Jedd, for people that didn't get a chance to listen to the press conference, which was about a half an hour ago, you made mention of that, Josh had explained his vision for the franchise to you and that you were on board with it. I know you won't tell us every last detail here, but what was the vision what was it that was so appealing about his vision of where the organization is going?
To win championships. That's why we play. We most of us aren't out here to play for contracts. We play this game because we're competitive and we want to win. And I like where the organization's going, and it's something that I wanted to be a part of. And I think at the end, if we all work together, I think we can get to where we want to be.
Josh did you have to convince him? How much dealing did you actually have with Jedd personally? With respect towards the agent, obviously, who's handling the financial aspect of it. But how much one-on-one time with Jedd specifically did you spend?
Not a lot. I think it's unfair for me to sort of get in his face about it.
Mm-hmm.
There were times we kind of bump into each other and we'd sort of not talk about it. Listen, he's earned a lot of respect and credibility with how he goes about it. Everything. Obviously, the playing side, the teammate side, the winning side. So this happened to be a contract. He handled it well. But I think the one thing, hopefully Jedd's seen from us, ownership, et cetera, and we've seen from him is again, there's a real shared vision here. We want this organization to get to a different level.
Why today? I'm sorry. Why was today the day?
To do the contract?
Yeah. Coming off the weekend? Hit his first homer yesterday?
Because your show.
This was going to be today no matter what?
Your show's not on Sundays. We were waiting for you.
Okay. But, he gets his first jack of the year yesterday. You take 2 out of 3 from Detroit. This was happening today one way or the other?
No, we didn't finish the negotiation until Friday. And then when you get through all the administrative detail, like in theory, we could have announced it yesterday. We waited until Monday for you. And then Jedd, hit his homer, and it became a better story.
Okay. What was it like sitting on that all weekend long? Knowing that the deal was done, did you share the news with anybody?
My wife and my parents and my brothers, that's about it. No one else really needed to know at that point. Didn't need it to leak out on Twitter, so just kept it quiet.
Good job keeping it quiet. You know how hard it is to keep something quiet in this day and age?
Not me. I don't talk to very many people outside the clubhouse, so it's easy for me.
Well, I think Joe Girardi would disagree with that. Only,
Yeah, it happens. I actually talked to my parents, and they said I should have told Dean Anna and had him break the news on Twitter. I thought that would have been pretty funny, but
that would have been
interesting.
That would have been so good. So you're happy, and now what? Now you get to go out there. You just get to focus. I mean, for you, Jedd, this is something. When they first approach you and they suggest that they're interested in talking about an extension here, were you surprised?
Yeah, it's obviously humbling to see the organization invest so much into myself. So it's something that the easy part's kind of done now. The hard part's going out there playing well and winning some games. That's what we're here for. That's why they invested in me like they did. So I got to go out there and prove them right.
Are you used to people talking about you in this context? People have been talking about you as a baseball player for some time. But to have everybody know all these details about how much money you're making, you comfortable with that?
Doesn't bother me. It's not going to change anything, so they can say whatever they want. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that's a nice chunk of change in West Virginia, huh?
Don't go there.
I mean, that's good for you, man, to get that kind of money.
Yeah, it's obviously the security is very important. It's good for my wife and our kids that are on the way, so it's definitely nice to have that. But in the end, obviously the money is great, but in the end, we want to win. We're
right.
competitive players. We want to go out there and win games.
Did Ron Fowler say anything to you at the end of your press conference?
No, I did give him a little handshake and apologize. I guess I was pulling for the Cali guy to win the Masters a little bit, so he was on the top of my mind.
Okay, fair enough, because we were listening to that. We had that moment where we all looked around and said, "Did we hear what we just think we heard?" So that was good. He's good. He could take it in.
Yeah, that's his nickname that we gave him. People just don't realize that.
When he dresses up and wears all orange.
Yeah. When he strolls through the locker room with was it Puma or whatever he's got rocking. So
I didn't know that Ron Fowler went flat brim hat inside the clubhouse sometimes.
You got to be on the inside to realize some of these things.
Well, hey, Jedd, we're going to let you go. You got a game to prepare for. What's it going to be like for you walking in the clubhouse? Have you had any interaction with your teammates yet?
Yeah, I think most of them already knew before today, so I don't think anything's going to change. We're going out there and we still got to play the Rockies regardless of anything that's happened before 7 o'clock today.
Congratulations.